This is a redo of a kitchen. The cabinets were originally, we think, maple. They're heavy and nice. The hinges were hidden. When you remove the hinges, you can leave this part intact, which creates a whole lot less work. There is just one screw that's removed on the inside. We can go back in the kitchen and look at this. These are actually really nice cabinets, but I wanted them white, and in this case I'm doing the island a little differently colored. I had looked at another Pinterest demo, and they had used milk paint, and that's what I decided to go ahead and do. You use a deglosser on this first. I'd never used a deglosser before. I thought there was a lot of scraping involved. You just rub it on with a sponge, walk away from it for half an hour, and when you touch it, it removes the glaze that's over it so that the paint will adhere. The first coat that you put on goes on really thinly and fairly rapidly. But you don't have to worry about the lines or the paintbrush marks. And I found the bigger the brush, the better, because you use less time to apply it. And make sure that it goes in all the cracks and crevices. One of the other big things that I discovered that you have to do is that there is this little curve here that when you put it back on the cabinets, that shows. I got all of mine done before I realized that little piece. I didn't do the backs. So after I got about half of it done, on smaller cabinets it doesn't matter. This is the magic part. This removes all of the brush strokes. And the nice part about this is you can also go along here and then flip it and turn it to the other side so that you get a nice smooth application. Now the first application is really, really light. You will ultimately do 3 coats of this in the paint, and then again 3 coats of the deglosser, and use exactly the same method. You can see that there's lines from the paintbrush here, and now they're gone. So it almost looks, after the whole project is completed, like you have done a spray rather than applying it with a brush. So you can see it's really forgiving. I'm not being careful. The first time I did it, I was very, very careful, and it didn't seem to make any difference. So, just lost the light. And I'm in my garage. I recommend that you don't have them dry outside, because the little bits of fuzz that gets in the air will go on your wet, and it seems to attract bugs. They like, I don't know whether they like milk paint or just wet paint, but they'll get stuck on here, and then you have to pick bugs back off again. And there's a little piece that just landed there. ta-da, you let that dry for half a day and come back and do another coat. And as I say, you're going to do 3 coats like that. I did 2 coats a day, basically left half a day in between to make sure that it was dry. And then did the 3 coats of the finished coat the following day. Oh, and this is General Finishes paint, milk paint, and I got it online.